Good morning. Today's lesson is 4.6. Find unit rates. Our essential question, how can you use the unit rates to make comparisons? Let's unlock the problem. The star fruit, or carambola, is a fruit of a tree that is native to Indonesia, India, and Sri Lanka. Slices of the fruit are in shapes of 5 pointed stars. Laura paid $9.60 for 16 ounces of a star fruit. Find the price of 1 ounce of star fruit. It asks you to underline the sentence that tells you what you're trying to find out. Right there, it's underlined. Circle the number that you need to solve the problem. We need the 960 and we need the 16 ounces. Recall that a unit rate makes a comparison to 1 unit. You can find the unit rate by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the number in the denominator. So let's write the unit rate for the price of a star fruit. Write a rate that compares. So we have, and that is essentially the price, right? So it's going to be the price to the weight. So if I put the price over the weight, that's going to be $9.60 for every 16 ounces. Now I'm going to divide the numerator and denominator, right, by the denominator. So that means I'm going to divide 16 on the top and the bottom. And when I do that, I'm going to get 60 cents for every ounce. So the unit rate is 60 cents for every ounce. And that makes the price 60 cents per ounce. Explain why the unit rate is equivalent to the original rate. Well, the unit rate is equivalent because the numerator and denominator were divided by the same number, just like writing an equivalent fraction or an equivalent ratio. Make the arguments. Explain a way to convince others that you found the unit rate correctly. Well, I multiply the numerator and denominator of the unit rate by 16. The results should be 960 over 16 ounces for the same given rate. Now, the reason you'd want to do this is if you're in the grocery store and you're trying to buy something, right? And you're comparing two different prices, but they have different sizes on the bottom. You're going to want to make it so that you know the unit rate, so that you know how much you're paying for each thing. Like if you have 12 sodas and they want $5 for the sodas, but then you have 24 sodas and they want $7 for the sodas. You need to find out how much each one soda is so that you know if you're getting the better deal.
During migration, a hummingbird can fly 210 miles in 7 hours, and a goose can fly 165 miles in 3 hours. Which bird flies at the faster rate? Write the rate for each bird. Hummingbird. Well, they said the hummingbird can fly 210 miles out of 7 hours. The goose can fly 165 miles in 3 hours. So let's write our unit rates. Just in the last problem, when we were talking about sodas, you need to divide by the denominator. So that's going to be 7. So I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 7 because I'm getting an equivalent fraction, right? And I'm going to divide this top and bottom by 3 because the denominator is 3. Whoa! So 210 divided by 7 is 30. Why is it doing that? 207 divided by 7 is 30. And 165 divided by 3 is 55. So we get 30 miles per hour for the hummingbird, and we get 55 miles per hour for the goose. So let's compare the unit rates. 55 miles per hour is faster than 30 miles per hour. So the goose, it flies at a faster rate. A 64-ounce bottle of apple juice costs $5.76. A 15-ounce bottle of apple juice costs $1.80. Which item costs less per ounce? This is probably one of the skills that you will actually use in real life, right? So we're going to write the unit rate for each bottle. So 64 ounces bottle is, let me move this, $5.76 for 64 ounces. And the 15-ounce bottle was $1.80 for 15 ounces. But we can't compare 15 ounces and 64 ounces, so we're going to convert it with the unit rate. So we're going to divide the top and the bottom number by the denominator, right? So we have 576 divided by 64, right? And over here, we're going to divide the top and the bottom by 15, right? So that we can get the unit rate. So that gives us, let me move this up a little bit. So we have $5.76 divided by 64 is 9 cents. So for every ounce, you're getting 9 cents. And on this one, for every ounce, I'm getting 12 cents because $1.80 divided by 15 is 12 cents. And the reason we pick 15 is because 15 goes into 15 and we get our 1, and we want that unit rate, right? At one grocery store, a dozen eggs cost $1.20. At another store, 1.5 dozen eggs cost $2.16. Which is the better buy? Again, this is a skill that you are going to use. One of the skills that I teach you that you will actually use. So at store one, I have the $1.20 into a dozen eggs. So $1.20, and how many eggs are in a dozen? We know there's 12, right? So if I divide 120 by 12, that's going to be my unit rate. So I've got $1.20 divided by 12 is 10 cents for every egg, right? Now store two, theirs was $2.16 for a dozen and a half. Well, a dozen and a half is going to be the 12 eggs plus half, which is 6, right? So that's going to be 18 eggs. So $2.16 divided by the 18 is going to give me how many eggs, how much it costs per one egg. 216 divided by 18 is 12 cents. So I've got 10 cents per egg at this store, and I've got 12 cents per egg at this store. So the unit price at store one is lower for $1.20, and that's going to be your better buy, is at store one. Share and show. Write the rate as a fraction and then find the unit rate. So Sarah drove 72 miles on 4 gallons of gas. So she drove 72 miles. Whoa, she drove, let's see if I can get this to work, 72 miles on 4 gallons of gas, right? So I'm going to take that and I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 4, right? Because I'm dividing by the denominator to find out how much she used. So that's going to be 4 over 4. And 72 divided by 4 is 18. So she can drive 18 miles on 1 gallon of gas. Okay, so I want you to do the rest on your own or with a partner, or you can see me at the carpet. Good luck.